become murderer overnight. It's the same way people become homosexual overnight and lesbians overnight. It is one devil that is leading them down that path. And so people are not born to do wrong. Let me say, people are not born that way. People said people are born that way. They can't do anything more. They have no feelings. They have no desire. Then if you qualify that based on the people who tell you that that's the way they were born, then everybody else who are doing wrong, you have to leave them, because the truth is all of us were born sold out to sin. We have an inclination to some kind of wrongdoing. But it's our duty to submit to God despite our feelings. Am I correct? And the more we submit to God, the more victory we gain, the more we hate the wrong things that we have an inclination to do, and the more we appreciate the right things. And I told you last week that that when God said you must move, when you get together, you must leave, move. They shall move and cleave. Move means moving out of your parents' house and getting into your own house. I told you last week, if you keep the habit of building up your family's house, you bring your family into your parents' house. That means you're a son, you carry your woman, or you're a daughter, you carry your man into your parents' house, and you keep adding a room, then keep building there and keep paying bills. And as soon as the one who is a stranger, let me say, when the son or daughter of that family die, the other one basically have nothing. It's not your land. You don't own anything. You don't own the land. You don't own anything. Amen. When you go to court, they ask, so who the land belongs to? But I build a house. So the judge said, well, take up the house. But judge, the house can't come up, it's concrete. The judge said, well, you can demolish it, but you can't leave one stone there when you finish. And the amount of money you're going to pay to demolish, might as well you leave it. So my advice is that you're going to get together, you leave. It means you move out, you start renting, you start leasing, you start building one room, and you start some small. You might not be able to tile the floor, but you get enough cardboard and you put together on the floor until you can tile it. Am I correct? And it becomes yours. Anybody should die, the other one automatically owns it. And there shall be no brother, no sister telling you can't carry your new spouse in here because it was my brother's room or my brother's bed or my son's bed. It's now yours. And some men are not so kind. They believe that when they die, the woman must stay there and she mustn't have nobody else. I'm glad that you can't do anything when you are dead. You ought to build knowing that somebody else is going to take over. So when you're building the bed, remembering that you are going to sleep with this wife for a short time, and after you die, somebody else is going to sleep in the same bed, and you can't do nothing about it. Amen. Just like how you must plant the coconut tree, some people will not plant a coconut tree because they believe it won't bear in their lifetime. But the reason why you're drinking coconut now is because somebody planted it and it bear in your lifetime. And so you must expect life to go on. So don't tell the man that when you die, he mustn't go move on to anybody else. Tell him, live a happy life and even happier than we were together. You mustn't be selfish in this life. Okay, let's move on to new things. Let's move on. Let's turn our Bibles. Let's begin right there in the Bible, James chapter 1. We asked the question tonight, so Pastor, in looking for persons, looking for a mate, looking for character, what are some of the things we look for when we're looking for somebody? That's one of the questions I want to ask tonight. And I want to also inform you about the main thing that men look for in a relationship, the main thing that women look for in a relationship. Because the truth is we can live together, but really don't know what the other person needs. So I'm hoping to help you answer that question tonight. James chapter 1, verse 17. How do we go about finding the right person, the right partner? James 1, verse 17. Are you there now? Let's move on together. So every good gift, together, if you're there, every good gift, James 1:17, and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. So your Bible says good gifts come from who? God. So that's where we begin a relationship. We start our relationship with, because he made Adam. Am I correct? Adam never had a choice. Adam never had a choice. God put him to sleep, woke him up, and the next thing he saw was a woman. He never had a choice. But God was a perfect matchmaker. You are searching for somebody based on your worldview. So you want this girl with a very long hair, and you want her to have a very clear skin, despite the fact that yours is not so clear. And you want her to have the Coca-Cola bottle shape. That's what you hear when you were growing up. And as soon as you find that those qualities, you say, this is the one. But when you get together now and to settle down, you said, no, this is not the one. And marriage is intended for you to stay together. So the best thing, the best matchmaker, the person who knows the character that's best for me is not even me, is God. So every good thing comes from him. So before I got married, you know, I really wanted to marry a long time, you know. From you turn 13, you want to get married. You know that? Yeah. From the start going through puberty, you want to get married. And worst, if you're a Christian and you don't commit fornication, you're going to want to get married. Am I correct? And that's right. That's right. God never intended for us to live alone. As a matter of fact, God says it's not good for a man to be alone. But I told you last Tuesday that you must not get together until you have a job. I told you last Tuesday, because you mustn't eat until you have a job. So Adam had a job in the Garden of Eden after he was made, and then God gave him food and God gave him woman. So you must know how you're going to feed that family before you get in there. Otherwise, keep on burning. So when we come together to stay together, there are a few things that we need to look for. I could start off with the man. I could start off with the woman. Let's talk about qualities of a good man. James chapter 5, qualities of a good man. Since you are at James 1, I just want you to roll over to James chapter 5, qualities of a good guy. Verse 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, you husbands, wait for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until you receive the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish in your heart, for the coming of the Lord is nigh. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth even at the door. Before I move to the passage I'm wanting to look at, one of the good qualities you find in a man is a patient man. What did I say? Don't be too hasty, gentlemen. And for those of you who are married, you'll know the quality of a man who is patient. I talk in parables for those who are old enough to understand what I'm saying. The men who are not patient do damage. Yeah, I know the ladies understand exactly what I'm saying. The men who are not patient do a lot of damage. But men who are patient get more things done and reach heights that other impatient men don't know. A man is dating and he needs to learn also to be patient. He can't see you today, wants to kiss you as he sees you. That guy is running too fast. Hello. He needs to talk it out. Am I correct? He needs to sit down and have a dialogue, and so we can understand each other. I don't know you, you don't know me, but you start telling me I love you. How you just look at me and love me? Ah, there are some things you must hold off to. There are some guys that are too quick, they are too pushy, they are too rushy, they have no approach. You're looking at a lady and you, come here, girl. And it's sad that some of you ladies submit. Come here, me dog. And it's sad you really submit. Come, let's go in a corner around there. So you what? It's good conversation. If the man you're looking for is a sensible man, watch his words, watch how he communicates. He not just his conversation, his works with meekness and with wisdom. A wise guy is one who is meek, a one who is wise and have decent conversation. You can sit down together, you can reason together. And you are not just, you're reason. Yes, some guys, you start talking with them and it turns into a fight. It's turned into a quarrel. You're simply talking about how we're going to pay the light bill and the water bill, and you're recommending that he buys no rum this week and he buy no ganja this week so we can pay the light bill. And all of a sudden he gets up in a rage. Is what you want to do, control me? You can't talk to, you can't reason with him. If you find one like that and you ain't married yet, run. You can't reason together. I told you last week that God said a woman is a man's helpmeet, not help me eat. And helpmeet mean you're going to help the man make two ends meet. But you can't help a man make two ends meet if he can't talk about where he wants to go. He has no goal. All he wanted was to get between your, I don't want to say anything more. All he wants to do was to get into bed with you. He has no reasoning ability. He doesn't know which year he's going to build a house. He doesn't even know which year he's going to buy the bed. He just wants to lie down with you in mama's bed or in God's pool. No time to reason how we go and achieve things together. And if you sit down to talk to him about achieving few material things, he tell you that I'm in money you want, make you come look for me. It's my money you want. It's pure material things you want. I just want love. Ask him what is love. Lying down. A good man is one who thinks ahead. He dreams. He's not just a dreamer. He have plans in place to make the dream come through. When a woman comes to him, he reasons the plans out, set those goals out as priority, and both of you agree on what sacrifices we're going to make to get there. And when we get there, we celebrate that we are there. So look for a man who can talk and reason. Look for one who is meek. He is humble like Moses. He's not too fussy. He's not too quick-tempered. He reasons. He's humble. Let's look at some more. But if you have bitterness and strife in your heart, glory not, and lie not against the truth. Some men are bitter. They have been bitter from they were born. You start talking with them and all they have to talk about is some issues of the past. Every time you dialogue with them, they have some issues of the past. They go to church, they have problem with people at church. They go to work, they have problem with people at the workplace. They were at school, they fight and fuss every day. And you expect them not to have problem and fight and fuss and have enmity and bitterness in your own house? No. From the moment you start talking with people and they're always negative, 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 it's always something bad happening to them at the work. If they run taxi, something bad happening. Every day something happening negative about you. Something must be wrong with you. Everywhere you go, you have an issue with somebody. Something wrong with you. And some of you ladies are not honest. Because you pick up for them every day. Because any day you stand up and said you were wrong, you know what I'm going to do. Look for these things when you are dating and get ready to run. You can't marry somebody you're afraid of. If he is driving fear in you from dating, don't marry it. You're not marrying somebody to be afraid of. You're marrying for love. Somebody you love and respect. Somebody you trust. Somebody you can lie down to sleep in their arm knowing you have no fear. You must not marry people you are afraid of. Some of these men need to get over their temper before they look for a bed to lie down in. If they can't say, I'm sorry, it's a red flag. Run. And don't watch always the words, I am sorry. Look more for the action. For some are good Americans to tell you I'm sorry for everything, but they keep doing it. They have no problem saying, I'm sorry. And tomorrow night they do the same thing again. You watch for those who are not just speaking, but they are doing their best not to do it again. Well, let's keep on reading. Your Bible has many things for everybody. For where envy and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. A man who is angry and have a bad temper, he needs counseling before he thinks about a relationship. Can I say that again? And if you see your kid with a bad temper, you need a lot of prayer, fasting, and counseling for the kid before he gets old. One of the reasons we are having so much murder today, because kids never learn to deal with their anger, and they grow old with it, and they're taking it out everywhere, including in their relationship. And that's why so many ladies have gotten used to these abuse, because everybody you try doing the same thing. But you have more worth than being someone's beaten stick. A good man is one you can reason with, one who is patient, one who is meek, and one who is not bitter. So when you sit down dating and they start telling you about how their father went treat them and their mother went treat them and their brother went treat them, if these persons so close to them treated them that way, who next treat you bad? What about your workplace? Them love you? No, sir, I have no friend. Only you and me have. And you make that swell your head. You sense tonight. Run. If your mother never like you, your father never like you, your brother never like you, your sister never like you, your co-workers don't like you, your neighbors don't like you, you run. For you sooner like him. If everywhere you go, people have problem with you. Everywhere you go, you move from that community to another community, same problem. Something wrong with your relational skills. And it's going to come over in your family, and your children are going to suffer too. They're not going to be happy. Let's read on more. Verse 17. But the wisdom that comes from above. Remember I said every good gift comes from up top. The wisdom that comes from above now is pure, peaceable, gentle, easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruit, without partiality and without hypocrisy. A man who comes from God, and let me tell you before you mistake. He said, "Devil will strike up the war thing in heaven, and he is the author of it down here. A man who is peaceable, easy to be entreated. He is full of mercy. You make mistakes and he'll forgive you. Huh? And I'm talking about men for now, but I soon get to the women. It's easy to be entreated, as I told you earlier on, ready to have a decent conversation. But let's back up quickly. There are some men, they are good at talk. They have some good reasoning. And they'll talk all the years and fool your head of promises and persuade you. But them born lazy and dead tired. Every day, I saw me go and make my house, you know. I'm going to, that house over there, so I'm going to, no, that one look nice. My house go more posh more than that. It's when I'm going to buy my car, I'm not buying none of those Axio. Everybody buy Axio. I'm going to buy one Benz. You sit down and you listen to them, man. And everything they're going to do is better than somebody else. And you ask him, so what you're doing to buy the first piece of board? Why you not start off with the piece of old house, but the people them start off with until you can change it? Some men are good at talk, man. They'll talk you into love. You must watch what they are doing behind those dreams. And if their dreams are so high and they are nowhere near qualified for it, have sense, run. Let's move on to the women. I am calmly talking to you tonight. Let's go over to Proverbs and hear what God has to say about these women. Proverbs 31. Gentlemen, are your time. I heard the ladies a while ago. Ladies, this is your time to see what you are missing and then implement it. Gentlemen, when I was talking a while ago, it was the ladies' time to say amen. And it was your time to see where you're missing up and you need to fix it. I move on to you now. It's your time to say amen. And the ladies are going to now look at what they need to address. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? Now the question is asked, and it's going to go ahead to tell you what a virtuous woman is. And your goal as ladies is to become a virtuous woman. What? Let's look about a virtuous woman. A virtuous woman, her price is far above rubies. That means she is not common. Not many ladies are virtuous. Her heart, the heart of her husband, safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good. A virtuous woman will do a man only good. Every day she live. And God give me one. You think a little prayer, me pray for mine? I thank God. The Bible says good things come from above. So when I was finishing university, I wasn't complete. I said to the Lord, I came to this church. I didn't want to get baptized because I didn't know how I was going to deal with fornication. But you said that you will help me with that. No, I had to pray many times. I said, God, you can't take away the nature until we're married. But it never go, you know. You have to learn to go through the temptations and still make it in. That's why when me go up there, the angel have a right to say, this one come out of great tribulation. Everybody tribulation different. I know what was mine. But when I got near finishing university, I looked like God wasn't going to give me this woman any at all, no. All these years since I get baptized, I have to wait a long time. Looking up in the white ceiling, wish I was married tonight, an angel could come and marry me. I know what all those feelings feel like. The feeling you feel. You know, sometimes you wish you were just dreaming and your dream become a reality. But then you wake up and realize it's not a reality, but back to the same world again. Now I'm finishing university and I'm getting old. So I have a talk with the Lord. I got down on my knees and I talked to him. I said, God, all these years me following you. I'm burning all these years. God, school I don't know me want a woman. I need a woman in my life. You want me to keep burning? I drink. I mean, I'm semi-perfect, God, but I try my best. I need somebody now. And I said to him, God, just prepare the woman character. I'm not even worried about how she look now. I'm worried about her character. I am asking you to fix her up and fix me up. So by the time we meet together, me fix up already and she fix up, so we'll be all right. The Christ in each other will be. I said, I don't even care where she want to come from. If she want to come from Zimbabwe, Czechoslovakia, England, Canada, Russia, Jamaica, I don't even care. All I'm asking you to help me to find her. Prayer prayed. You gone about a business, gone burn again. Prayer answered. One day you happen to be, you meet, you buck up into the woman. And I won't need to tell you that whole story tonight. The day of the wedding, I put on the wedding suit that I borrowed from somebody else. And I knelt down in it. And I said, God, I'm going to the wedding now. But just in case I was stubborn and it was my own ego, my own feelings, and it wasn't your will at all, and I make a mistake, I'm going to ask you to do me one favor. When I go to the church, and the pastor asks that long question, will you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold, to live together until death, and the many different words. God, I spent all the money already and the people are seated. It's almost 300 guests. I'm asking you right there, just in case I was making a mistake. Let it come out of her mouth. No. If I have to shed a tear there, I will. But I'll remember this prayer and I will come home happy. I was a serious prayer. And you would think I was making a joke. When the pastor asks a question, I'm listening for a no. I told the Lord that if you make she say yes, God, anything do wrong in the marriage, you may go and blame. Woman. Virtuous women don't decorate their nails so they can't work with it. Virtuous women know that they come to join the man to work. They have a mind to work. They don't look for a man so the man can buy them expensive hair and nails and clothes so they can go to party and bling out looking like everybody else. They come look for a man to help the man work. So whatever the man is doing, he is bringing in 1 cent. If they can't bring in 1 cent, then make sure the man don't have to pay nobody if he do the work a yard. She's a willing worker. But some ladies are born lazy because their mother grow them lazy. Mother cook, wash clothes, press clothes, do everything while they only go to school, go out with friends and come back in. For mama says she must focus on her schoolwork. That's why when she married, she can't work. And I won't want to tell you the rest that I will tell you in the counseling room and only 2 of you come. She won't work there either. She have a lazy mind. You have some women who say, man must mind me. Any day you live with that mentality, man go and box you down, kick you up, and throw you out. Men don't want lazy women. Man go out and work and come back in and you sit down there. Man, I mind you, a man must come back in, come cooking one food and washing clothes and press them. And you must sit down looking like a figurine. And now that this telephone come in, you stamp telephone from morning till evening. Oh, why you at chat, so? Sorry, I am talking to those who speak English. What are you talking so much? She's a willing worker. She's a hard worker beside her husband. The Bible said not just that she's a hard worker, but look at verse 14. She's like a merchant ship. She bringeth her food from afar. She rise up while it's yet night, giveth meat to her household and a portion. She's so concerned about her household food that she is always planning the meal and ensuring the family have a good meal. Now let me balance some things up. This Bible is written in a time when women were home and men were out working. Let me balance something out. Since the 20th century, we see a different change in the Western world in particular, and other places too, that we see men and women going out to work. All right? Good. Now, since that the man's primary duty, even by culture, is to provide, to bring the bread in, and the woman take care of the bread and dish the food out to the family. Whenever the man is being supported by the woman to bring food in, are we together here? Let me make sure you get it clearly here now. Whenever the woman go out to work, she's helping you with your primary duty. It is your duty as a man to make sure enough is in your house. Huh? So whenever the woman is going out to help bring in, it means she can't do all that she would do in the house if she was there alone. Are we together? So if she is helping me, common sense, I don't need a preacher or a counselor to tell me that. Common sense dictate that I must help she. Are we together? So if she and I are leaving out, going out to do an 8-hour job, when we come back home, I must come and help her wash the clothes. I must help her press the clothes. I must help her cook the food. I must help her sweep the house. I must help her make the house look good. That's common sense. Because whereas I would carry in 100,000, she's carrying 50. I have 150 now. So I can buy the car that I want to buy. So, some of you are so unreasonable. The woman is out there working with you. She's bringing money in, and you're bringing money in, and she must come home, come cook and clean and do everything still, and then you want her to lie down and have energy. No. Have mercy. You must work together. You must clean together. And gentlemen, if your parents never train you so you can cook, don't worry. Ladies, all you have to do is learn to appreciate when them cook it, how them cook it. Until they get it right. Their parents never taught them how to cook because they grew up with the mentality that the woman is going to cook. So they can't cook, and they are cooking, and something don't taste good. Just don't complain. Just say, I like how it look. And they'll be happy that you take the rice and make a porridge. They'll be encouraged to cook again. My food was so well done that my wife could get some of it to make porridge. Be encouraged. Good woman is one who's a caretaker. A good woman, I could read all of it, but I have to leave something. A good woman, the Bible said in verse 22, she maketh herself covering of tapestry, clothing with silk and wool. She's independent and industrious. She finds things to do. And let me say to you guys, ladies and gentlemen, all the jobs that you do out there start at home. So that's why in home training your children, you must make sure they do the things at home. Because basically all the jobs out there start at home. Every job, especially in the hotel, start at home. And even accounting start at home. Because you have to learn how to count your money to make it stretch. You have to know how much you get and how much you're going to spend. That start at home. So by just doing the work at home, a woman is going to be very industrious, ready for society. Let's move on to some other things in psychology. Now, there are a few things that men look for in a relationship. Ladies, listen to them. Men, there are a few things that they do different from ladies. Men are driven by a passion to achieve. That's men. They're driven by a passion to achieve. In their mind, they want to be, I'm speaking general terms now, not the unique cases. Men always begin to dream about their independence because they are living with their parents. They want to move out after 18. 18 is their line. They want to move out. They want to achieve a place where they can bring a girlfriend. They always want to have that in mind. Their feelings may put them in trouble before they get that come true. But when you find a man, you need to know what he wants to achieve. You don't even have to ask. He wants a house. The moment a man owns a house or have a key in his hand, that is not his mother's and father's key, is a sense of achievement to him. A sense of independence. He might start off paying rent, but truly, any woman come help him make him own a house, that woman a star. That's a star. As a lady, help him get that sense of pride and achievement. He reaches a home. Your duty as a lady is to support him. He needs the support. But as I said, some men don't grow up with common sense. So as a lady, when you find that you have one who don't have that kind of dream, try to work and make it happen. Make it happen for him. And when it happens, he will respect you even more. Sometimes you have to hide the money because some of them are squandrift. Sometimes you have to hide the money and save a little until you buy. And when they say, where you get the money from? Your money, man, but I was putting it down for you. Let's go into NHT now and take out one. And I will pay the money. And when you get that man who own the key, boy, this lady ain't done. I'm mother. I'm everything. Men want to achieve things. Now, ladies, men show love in a tangible way. Most men. They are more tangible than they are emotional. So you have to know how to appreciate how they show love. Men will go an extra mile to carry something that you love and can give it to you. And then you grow up now, your parents never used to love you like that. All you used to get was some unkind words. And you lost that self-esteem. And the man carry a bunch of flowers can give you. And you take a lick him down. You not get no more. A man coming home from work and him not really have the money, you know. But he stop and buy one KFC and eat one of the leg on the road. And he come back home with the next, with the wing. And come give you the wing. And you, instead of saying thank you, then you make a couldn't carry leg, come give me the leg and carry wing, come give me. And you have a big fuss over it for the night. And you get upset and you turn your back for the night. And you lock shop for the night. Over a chicken leg. You lock your leg because of a chicken leg. That's bad. He never have to carry the wing come give you. He could sit down and eat off the wing and the leg and come home. Men are tangible men. They love to give things. And that's why some ladies interpret it for love. The man give them $1. Oh, the guy love me, that's why he give me $1. No, men are naturally givers. That's why sometimes you can't have no money in your yard because, some mean tickle you fasting. But Men are naturally showing things, and they will go the extra mile to build the house, and they put all the energy in the house. They don't even have time to sleep with you because they're focusing. Night come, they're still working on the house. You know what is in their mind? They're making this for their family. While you complaining, say you're tired out yourself till you not have no use. He was working on the house because you was in mind. You were in the mind. That's why he spent all these times, night and day, go to work in the morning, come back in the night, carry Martha. It's because he's thinking of a secure place for you. It's not even so much for him. He's thinking about you. He wants somewhere to put his woman. That's in his mind. But you need to learn to say, thank you for doing it. You come in and you're tired and you don't have no use. I appreciate what you're doing. As you say, you really want to finish one house for me. But anyway, still, I'm going to help you carry the Martha tomorrow night. Don't curse him. Don't quarrel with him. Help him make some of the work, and then you say, listen me now, make we stop now. Me want some time. Let me come down and talk to you. Look like you're not hearing me say. Instead of watching the TV all night while he's out there working, stop talking to these people on the phone and fix up your house. Don't let this phone separate you and your spouse. Stop the chatting. Some of you ladies chat too much. Talk too much. Come off the phone. Go and help him do little things out there. And the moment you start helping that man, the happiest night it is for him. He will find energy where he never knew it was. Help him. That's what you go into a relationship to do for a man. Help him make the dreams come true. You might say he's material focused, but the truth it is a man's primary responsibility to get these material things that a family need. And he can't be only spiritual, he must be material too. Because a house with stick and stone is not spiritual, it's material, but all of us need one. Right? Let's talk more about man. Men make decisions different from women. Men use the left side of their brain. Women use the right side. The left side of your brain is where you process data. The right side, you see things as a whole. More deal with feelings, emotions. That's why it must be a man and a woman so we can have a balance. Men will, before they make a decision, they'll take a time to think. Before they come to a conclusion, they'll take a long time to think it out. Ladies will come to a conclusion without even thinking. Yeah, give me bun. What make you feel so? You don't give me bun. Me just have a feeling. A God tell me so. A man will think who you're talking to on the phone before him. How many things he put together before. He might not be right, but it takes a little time to process. So that is why it is necessary for when you're going to look for somebody, you must look for somebody where we can talk. Because you are talking based on how you feel. And he's talking based on how he's reasoning it out. So the feeling and the reasoning come together because sometimes the ladies feel some things that are right and you reasoning but you can't come to it. Sometimes our feelings is right. So you need to put the two together now and let us talk about what you feel. And that is why you need to learn to be patient, to listen and understand each other. Because in marriage, a whole heap of talking going on. And it's a person you must talk to the most in marriage. Not just when you're dating. When you come together in the family, you must talk a lot. So you can talk out your feelings and you can talk out your reasoning and we can come to a better conclusion. Men make decisions based on their logical thinking. Women many times focus on start off by the way they feel. And so we need to dialogue together. Men struggle when they reach 40. There are some struggles that men have when they reach 40 and above. Let me tell you some of the problems that men have. Because from our childhood, we dream of a stable home. And when we talk about stable home for us men, we primarily talk about the material part of it, the house itself. The ladies most of the time are the ones who focus on the spiritual part, the emotions, the atmosphere, the peace, and the love. So that's why we need each other. The men are more about building the house. Yes, they want a peaceful home, they want a happy home, but that's their drive. Ladies are the ones who focus on how we feel inside here, how we respect each other and the happiness inside here and the unity in the family. So we work together to make it achieve. So I appreciate your ego, you appreciate my ego. At least we need a stick and stone to have an atmosphere in there. When men get to 40, they start looking back and ask themselves the question, have I achieved what a man must achieve? Have I achieved what a man must achieve? I'm 40 now. I'm still paying rent. I never dreamed to be paying rent at 40. I don't own a house yet. And as a man begins to think more and more over 40, he can either go into depression for the rest of his life or live the rest of his life happy or careless. He goes into depression, he hasn't reached his dream, and he doesn't see himself able to get there anymore, so it bothers him. He smoke out the rest of it, and drink out the rest of it, and do everything, say nothing about it. Or he gets to a place of carelessness. Boy, this can't happen again, you know, so stop thinking about it, just live until me dead. Or he gets to a place where he's now catching up with his failing energy. He's trying to operate like when he was 17. He's doing 10 different jobs. He's up and down, hustling all over the place to make it happen. Now, if the woman he have is not somebody who can help him take the dollars and cut back on the expenditures and make him reach that, he's going to forever pushing over 60, 70 until he reach one day him realize it never happened. If the children don't come and make it happen for him, he die unfulfilled. So then you need to know the kind of state of mind that your man is going through. Don't add stress to him. As I said to you as a lady, one of the best things you can do for your man is to help him get the dream come true. Sometimes they have the dream, they don't know how to get there. For some people are not gifted like how you are. Some women are gifted leaders, you know. If the man ever allow them to lead and give them the money, then make them reach a house faster than them try all these years. That's why one of these nights I tell you how to make the money grow in the house. I have a way to make the money grow. Mine grow. Sometimes I have to ask God, how it grow? I tell you how to make the money grow when both of you come together. Another night. Let's talk about some little things that I can't say much, and you must read between the lines. With men, this part of the relationship, that is what brought many people together. They are a gas stove. As you strike the matches or the lighter, firelight. That's how men are. So don't ask them, what happened to you? They are gas stove. Catch a fire easy. Out quick. But that's men. That's where we are different from ladies. Ladies, on the other hand, not even. Ladies, on the other hand, coal fire. When the coal wet up, I have to try find a way if you light it. Take a longer while to catch a fire. Take a longer time to out. So in a private setting, I would say to the men, be patient. That's what the Bible said. A good man start off slow. A good man don't start off running 100 miles per hour. Him start off 10. So by the time you're firelight, me still have energy when you burn out. Take your time to start off, my friend. Let me move on quickly and send you home. I don't even know what time is it now. I didn't plan to keep it. Ladies, men, this is what you need to know about the woman. Ladies need this thing called appreciation. Ladies need appreciation. You have to understand we grew up in a male-dominated world. At one time, a man and a woman would do the same job, and the woman will still get less pay. Things have changed now. Men were, when a boy child is born, everybody's excited. When a girl child, you have to go back for the boy. Things like that. So as yes, so as things have changed to a great extent now, but ladies need that sense of appreciation that I am valued. I'm valued. Most of the time, even growing up, the boys were allowed to go out on the street, play football, and do all kind of things out there. But the girls was locked in. Yes, they were trying to protect them from the boys out there, but they asked themselves, so why them can't go, I can't go? Things like that. The girls stay home and clean the whole house every day, and the boy come in and just eat and like daddy. Ladies can lose a sense of esteem over that. Worth. They go out to talk with a friend. Mommy, daddy beat them, same one boy talk with them. But the boy still talk to my friend and get no beaten. You ask. Ladies grow up then suffering from the appreciation. So men, the best you can do for your woman is learn to make she feel that you appreciate her. If her father never appreciate her mother never appreciate her, she need to know that this man appreciate me. How do I show appreciation? Every good thing she do, I recognize it. Are we together? Yes, so I come in and she cook the food. Honey, I went so hungry, thank God you cook. And if the food tastes of salt, don't say it. Just give me a little more water. When you finish eating, I say, man, thank you for the food. Next time, honey, drop little less salt in there. But you have to be careful how you say it. Don't raise up and say you have another man. So you give me so much salt now, you want to kill me off. Don't say these negative things to women. It lasts long on them. I don't know why ladies treasure the negative things so long. Anything you say negative to them, it lasts long. But yet when you say positive things, it passes over quickly. So guess what? The less negative things you say, the better you are as a man. Appreciate her. She will ask you, like mine keep asking me, honey, oh, you know, tell me something look good this morning. As much people tell me something. I'm learning still. You will live with a woman 40 years, are you still learning? Take time to appreciate. You look good. The same way you used to say she looked good when you were when you were dating her. Do the same thing as you go along in marriage. You come in, that's why it's not good to live with your parents, you know. You come into the house and she cooks and she's in the kitchen and you go into the kitchen and you hug her up. And you give her a kiss. It doesn't matter how much stress you have in your head. Do those things. She feels this man appreciate me. She won't say appreciation like Pastor is saying in a counseling language. She will say, this man really loves me. You're walking on the road with her and you hold her hand. Last evening I was driving home and I said these two walking with her hand in her. My wife said, I said these two walking and when driving home, I said they hold their hand going on. My wife said, wow. Man, you make me look like I need to stop driving and walk with my wife. Those little things you do after you get the cake make she feel that you didn't just want the cake, it's really she you want. Thank you for pressing the clothes on me. Don't think that it's her duty, she have to press the clothes. No. Thank you for pressing the clothes on me because when I was alone, I never have anybody to press it and I used to have to cook, wash, do everything myself and you come help me. Thank you for your help, man. I'm glad for your help. Now I can just take up a clothes on the hanger and run out. Man, thank you. And even if she not press it too good on the two seam in the pants, don't worry about the two seam. Just keep on saying thank you. Let me tell you something. When you appreciate your children, they do more. When you appreciate your wife, she do more. When you appreciate your husband, he does more. Ladies like a house band. A house band means a man who is in the house as a band. He keeps the house together. Ladies love because they thrive on what is called emotion. They love every emotional gesture. Rub your hand through the ear. All when you want nothing, don't do it when you want something alone. Hold a hand, an embrace, a kiss. The only time somebody know to kiss is when you want something, so ladies know. No, kiss all the while. Kiss when you're going out and kiss when you're coming in. Make it a habit now. I'm giving you an assignment. Make sure when you go home this evening you kiss. And tomorrow morning when you wake up you kiss. Just kiss. Just kiss. There's something about kiss when you make it a practice and set it a time for it. When you get upset, Brother Prendergast, and you get mad, and you remember so you have to kiss later on. The kiss push away the negative past and start one new moment. Kiss when you want nothing, man. Don't make if lady feel that is only when you want something you kiss. And some ladies are not so kind towards kiss, and I wonder why. Because they're not used to it. No, they are in counseling. If they come and kiss you, take it. Now run them way. Move from there. Don't do it. What kind of people, what kind of marriage, people kiss, and you move. Where you come from? I mean, where you come from? You're so intimately in love with each other, and you are getting a kiss, and the person pushes you away. Don't worry about the push away. It's just that sometimes when you know if you appreciate someone and we're not used to, kiss them still until you appreciate it. Share a kiss. Ladies are very emotional. Ladies are very emotional. They look forward for the emotion. And men, if you can feed, men, this is a secret to you. If you can continue to feed that emotion, shop never lock. It's the key to their heart. You didn't know that? Not even food. Not even money. I said if you can feed the emotion, shop can't lock, the door fly off and the inch is gone. As long as you do that daily, you walk and hold on together, ask this man, shop never lock. You walk and you come in and you hug up and you embrace and you lift her up. Whoa, she feel. Some ladies you can't lift up anymore. And that is what makes the lady always ready. So gentlemen, those of you who are having problem with a lot, don't fight to open the door. Don't kick it off either. Walk through the emotional door. And then you will have no more problem. You will realize that it will done you. You have to look at it and leave it. I think I'm going to stop here now. Whether or not I want to go far, I have far to go. You live right here. So that's my counsel tonight. Elder Prendergast, tomorrow night we'll pick up and we continue more. But I think my time has expired. My friends on YouTube, that's my counsel to your family tonight. And I will continue to talk when I come tomorrow night. I want to just pray for your family and the problems you're having. And as you seek to implement the counsels I now give to you, I pray that it will go well. You will do it the right way. I invite you to stand and hold. If you are with your family or beside your family, just hold hands together, mother, father, children. Just hold your hands together. You are not with your family here. That's all right. You are single, but you hold each other. Those in the family, just hold together. We're going to pray together for each family. I want your family to be happy, just as our God wants it to be happy. You must always be having a love at the maximum level in your home. We're going to pray tonight, and then I'm going to send you home. Father, I really thank you for family. It's a wonderful, it's the best thing could ever happen in the world when we have a happy family. I confess to you, God, that not all families inside here tonight are experiencing that level of joy. But it's all of us dream. We know the devil is against the families and will do everything to make us have difficulties in our families. That's why tonight we are having a prayer together. We're asking you, Father, to come into our homes, drive out the devil, and make us implement these counsels. We have done things wrong, and over the years we have been doing it wrong, God. Forgive us. Help us to go home and implement what we learned tonight. Let this campaign cause a family to experience its best days in the future. Thank you for hearing our prayers. For those who are contemplating marriage, those who are dating, those who are getting ready for marriage, I pray that you will give them the wisdom to know when to run and when to stay. As they contemplate giving their heart to you, some will have to be married. I pray, God, that even that your will be done in. And those that are not of your will, I ask you to break them up. People are living together, but it's not your will, and you don't see happiness for them. But they can see it, God. Break them up. Let them cry now, but laugh tomorrow. Give the man the right woman. Give the woman the right